evening. Thank you for watching, thank you for helping this community grow and welcoming new people into our online, strange, wonderful, creative, amazing MadeULook family. In this video, we are going to be diving deep into the comment section of the last 3 videos. And we will be completing a request not only requested by one of you, but by many. As soon as I saw this, I knew immediately what I wanted to do. I knew immediately what I wanted both characters to look like, although I am a little bit nervous that my second character might be a little tiny bit spooky. But I am here, we are here collectively to embrace the spooky. But in the event that you are maybe possibly a little bit of a chicken, just know the second half of this video might be a little bit spooky. So we ask ourselves, what if Maleficent were a princess and Sleeping Beauty were evil? This is like the perfect ultimate one to do. Like this is made for this series. Let me know what your what ifs are in the comments below. As always, all the products I use will be listed somewhere around the video. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you turn on your notification bell. Let YouTube know that you love this channel. You'll know when a new video goes live and maybe we'll do your request next. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to contact me. Now, I'm equally anxious to work on both of these characters, but we're gonna work on Maleficent first. She's gonna be so cute. I have been thinking about this Maleficent paint for 2 weeks now. And while we have several different interpretations of Maleficent to go after, we're going to go after the more cartoony version, but make it more realistic and obviously very beautiful and very princess-like. So as you could probably guess, we're going to mix together green body paint and white body paint to give us a very, very light green, and I'm going to cover my body. And just in case you're interested in some jams while you're painting, I suggest listening to film scores. Listening to Once Upon a Dream while painting this, guaranteed will put you in the character of what you might feel like if you were Maleficent. Using a little bit of white body paint, I'm then going to highlight my cheekbones very lightly. I still want her to have strong cheekbones because that's kind of a trait of her, but I don't want to make them too high to imply evil. While I do want to highlight and contour my skin a little bit more, I'm going to leave that until after we do the eyes. That way we have more of a, not dramatic look on, but we don't just look like, you know, we just have green skin. I think it always helps, especially when doing a character, to have the rest of your face done before you're really doing the highlight and contour, especially if it's more of like a beauty look. So you can kind of tell how heavy to go with it or how not so heavy to go with it. For our eyeshadow, we're going to stick with the same color scheme, and we're going to be using purple eyeshadow on our crease and light green on our lids. No matter what, because she is a princess, we do want to keep it nice and light. So I'm first going to apply eye primer to my eyes, and then I'm going to apply white underneath my brow bones and on my inner corners just to keep everything a little more bright. Using purple eyeshadow, I'm then going to apply it to my crease, blending it out very princessy. We're going to try our very best not to do any harsh lines. Now, a light green seafoam eyeshadow is not usually something that you find in palettes, so I'm first going to apply a white shadow to my lid, then apply a lime green on top of that, very lightly. I'm also going to continue the purple eyeshadow right underneath my eyes very lightly. I don't want to make it too dark, we still want to keep it nice and light, but I do want to connect the colors together. Using both black liquid liner and black liner pencil, I'm going to line my eyes in a cat eye shape. Now, typically if you're creating a princess, I wouldn't suggest lining both the top and the bottom, but I think I did it for Ursula, and we're gonna do it today. We're then going to paint our eyebrows black. This is not my fault that many characters have black eyebrows. I don't think that I'm gonna make Sleeping Beauty have black eyebrows. I don't know yet because I haven't painted it yet, but good news is I enjoy black eyebrows, and I hope that you do too. Because for the past, I think 3-4 videos, we've had black eyebrows, but you know what? They look nice. We're going to nicely fill them in using black body paint, not with a super high evil arch, just with our natural whatever you've got going on your face already. And of course, yet again, we've run into another red lip, so I'm going to apply red lipstick to my lips, starting off darker and adding a lighter red to the center. If you haven't watched my previous 3 videos that involved red lipstick, I do not like bright red, so whenever I do a bright red, I like to do dark first, then just make it a little bit lighter. while the matte lip looks really nice, I just think that the gloss makes it more sparkly, I guess. Now I do want to add a little more contour to my face. Even though we're keeping it very light, I still don't want to get rid of her actual features. And this applies for regular beauty makeup when you're doing your contouring, or if you decide to turn yourself into a Maleficent. When you are contouring, you do not want to contour from here to here. You're basically just trying to find this little pocket right underneath your cheekbone that you're just gonna very lightly shade to give the illusion that your cheekbone is casting a shadow onto your face. Contouring is not a line on your face. You can still tell it's there, you can still tell you can still tell it's there, it's still a little line, but it makes a huge difference just having a tiny little line, small. And one thing that I definitely wanted to do with Maleficent was give her freckles. We're gonna make her the cutest, most innocent princess ever. I'm going to do this by taking the original green body paint that we used on our skin. I'm going to mix a very little bit of brown into it. And then I'm going to pop my contacts in, put my eyelashes on, and there are two things that I was excited about for this Maleficent look: the freckles and her horns. Now, my concept of Princess Maleficent, I feel like the horns going up are very evil and very powerful. I wanted something more sweet and maybe a little more curly. So in my brain, I feel like if she were a princess, her horns would not be going straight up, but would wrap back around her head. Yes, now that we know that Maleficent as a princess is adorable, in my opinion. That still leaves us with a question of, what if Sleeping Beauty were evil? Now, in my world of concepts and creations, I will say that I think this one might be a little bit spooky. My concern level about the level of spookiness is a grand total of this, but it's just fair warning that even though it's June, we're going to experience the spooky today. Now, the story goes that she's doing her spinning wheel, she pricks her finger, and she falls into this deep sleep. Right? And in case you're unaware, a spinning wheel makes yarn and thread. There's some knowledge for you. Some of you guys already can tell where this is going. Since this is her initial injury, we're going to stick with this injury to stick with the storyline, but instead of it making her go into a deep sleep, it sews her eyes shut. That is her curse, and the only way to reverse her curse is to have Princess Maleficent cut the threads off. That is such a huge storyline just for makeup, but it all makes sense to me. It sounds like such a cool idea, and because of this, we are going to roll with it. With that being said, while our new Sleeping Beauty is not dead, I do want to give her a very pale, agonizing, painful type look. To start this, I'm going to go into my alcohol-based palette and make my skin very gray, very graveyard type looking. I also want her to be very cracked and kind of not older, but like she's just been drying up. Also, strange, I'm not sure why I didn't mention this, but I'm going to be stippling the colors on. I don't want to apply them super solid. I'm also going to be adding quite a bit of alcohol to it to dilute the colors before I put them on. You're probably like, what? That's okay, don't worry about it. Now that we have our base layer of gray laid down, I'm then going to go in with a lighter cream color on my cheeks and highlight just these areas mainly. I also may do a little bit of highlighting on my forehead as well as right on my collarbone. I want to sink her in a little bit so she looks more like that, you know? Sorry, my God. So I'm diabetic and my Dexcom's going on. I want her to look more like, you know, like that. Kind of going on. Like, she's not dead, but more like that. I'm listening to the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack right now, and it's really delaying me filming because I am straight up jamming right now. And if it weren't for YouTube restrictions, I would be singing beautifully to you guys. You guys would be like, wow, hire her on Halloween American Idol. I'm then going to take gray eyeshadow and hollow out my face by carving in my temples as well as a little bit underneath my eyes and maybe a little bit in my cheekbone area as well. And you know what? Probably also by my collarbone. I'm also just caving in my neck in this area, maybe a little bit in here too. The best way I can describe this as is being stringy. I need to chill because I'm approaching Scary and I still want her to be pretty. So let's see if we can fix this. Using pink eyeshadow, I'm then going to add it right around my eye. Well, this definitely isn't pretty, but now I'm listening to Marilyn Manson, so we have changed directions from Nightmare Before Christmas and being cute and sweet to being Manson. I do want to lighten up this section a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and stipple in some gray alcohol-based makeup. Better, just a little more watercolory looking. I'm then going to just darken up around my eyes using some dark gray eyeshadow and maybe a little bit of black eyeshadow. I want to get all the colors down, or at least majority of the colors down, before I put the stitches on. Although we're getting pretty spooky, I do still want to line my eyes because she still is, well, she's not a princess, I guess, technically. She's just evil. I still want to put some makeup on her. So using liquid eyeliner and a pencil liner, I'm going to line my eye. I am also going to smudge out my lower liner. I also have really long eyelashes that like to curl up naturally, so I want to kind of push them down a little bit because I don't want them to be so like, I want them to just kind of blend in. You know what I mean? That is not blending in. That's okay. And you're probably asking yourself, Lex, how are you going to stitch your eyeball shut and still do the other eye? I thought about this. This was a thought process that I had. And I thought to myself, well, in the event that somebody actually wants to recreate this, you want to wear it out, and the fact that I do need to see my other eyeball, I'm just going to paint the stitches on. In addition, I, myself, love painting stitches. The first thing I definitely want to do is I got a lot closer to the camera. The first thing I definitely want to do is add the little dots where the stitches are going to go before I actually put the stitches in. So I'm first going to apply a little bit more of a deeper reddish pink color and just create the dots of where the stitches are going to go, then fill it in using a darker gray and black. I'm also going to kind of shade the pre-strings, if that makes any sense. That way I can create a shadow underneath where the thread is going to go. You can kind of see I did it a little bit right here, and I'm just going to continue to do that. Using black body paint, I'm then going to create the dots where the thread is going to go. Now very, very carefully, I'm going to apply black body paint to create our stitches. You can also use liquid black eyeliner, which may work better for you, but I'm not using that, so. Alright, we're now going to take some white body paint and add some highlights to the thread. So they're either maybe a little more spooky, but maybe a little less spooky. Because they're shiny, kind of. Maybe. We'll see. They need a little bit of a shadow. Black eyeshadow, sorry, I'm yelling at you. Black eyeshadow underneath our string. I'm also going to add a little more black eyeshadow right underneath my eye. Now I'm also thinking that I want her lips to be very pale and more cracked looking, so I'm going to apply a little more gray alcohol-based makeup around my lips, as well as add some pink eyeshadow and maybe just some cracks. You know what, maybe we're getting a little too dark because she's supposed to still be a beauty even though she's a sleeping beauty. we'll make our lips black. I can get pretty dark, so sometimes I gotta reel it in. Do I want black tears? Do I not want black tears? I know I want black tears. Kind of wanting some black smears on my body too. We're gonna do it. You know what? I don't have my eyebrows filled in yet because A, I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, what color are you making your eyebrows, Lex? I'm gonna be like black and everyone's gonna be like, oh, what a shock. But I also do wanna get my wig on and my outfit on before I actually fill in my eyebrows. I know I'm gonna make them black, but between me and you, maybe I don't know if I'm gonna make my eyebrows black yet. You know what I mean? It's a possibility they won't be. And to get the black streaks on my body, I'm just gonna be using black eyeshadow and just... Why am I kidding myself? I'm gonna make my eyebrows black. I'm then going to blacken my fingertips, finish up my hands to match my body, put my wig on, and put my outfit on.